Welcome to the Wingsfolio Weekly Roundup. I'm Nick. This was one hell of a week, folks. We saw a man become a trillionaire on live television, the biggest company in history started trading, inflation came in way hotter than expected, and there's a brand new face at the Federal Reserve that absolutely nobody knows. So naturally, I called in the founding father of value investing, the man who literally taught Warren Buffett everything, baby Ben Graham. Ben, welcome.
Nick. I brought my own juice box, and I've got the company's annual report right here. I honestly consider this a perfect sum.
All right, Ben, here's the big one. SpaceX went public on Friday, priced at $135, and by the end of day one, it closed at $161. That's up 19%. We're looking at a $2.1 trillion company here. Elon Musk just became the world's first trillionaire. Meanwhile, Oracle posts a record quarter, and what do they get? Their stock falls 9%. So help me understand this. The shiny new rocket company soars, but the boring old giant that actually makes money gets punished. Explain it to me like I'm 5.
All right, come here, little 5-year-old Nick. Sit down on the rug with me. I want you to picture 2 lemonade stands. The first one is brand new, painted shiny gold, with balloons everywhere. There's a famous man standing on the roof shouting, "We're going to Mars!" Every kid in the neighborhood is screaming and shoving $5 bills at it. Nobody has even tasted the lemonade yet, but the line goes around the block. That's SpaceX. Now, the second stand has been on the corner for 30 years. It sells real lemonade to real people every single day. And this week it sold more than ever. But then the owner says, "I'm going to borrow $20 billion to build a giant new factory." And all the kids go, "Ooh, that's a lot of borrowing," and they get scared and walk away. That's Oracle. Here's the secret, Nick. In the short run, the market is a voting machine. It just counts who's excited and who's scared today. And excitement is loud. SpaceX was the loudest thing in the room. But in the long run, the market is a weighing machine. It quietly takes each business, puts it on a scale, and weighs how much money it actually makes. And that scale does not care about balloons. It does not care about Mars. It does not care about the man on the roof. So when something jumps 19% on day one, with only a teeny 4% of its shares for sale, that's the voting machine throwing a party. It tells you how popular SpaceX is. It tells you almost nothing about what it's worth. A great business and a great investment are not the same thing, Nick. The price has balloons tied to it.
The price has balloons tied to it. Okay, last question. Next Wednesday, the Federal Reserve meets, with the new chairman, Kevin Warsh, running the show for the first time. Inflation just came in hot at 4.2%. And for the first time in forever, people are actually talking about a rate hike instead of a cut. So Ben, what do we watch for next week? And what's the one thing a normal person should actually do about it? Give us the quick version.
Short answer, the juice box is getting cold. Here's the deal. We've got a new principal at school. Name's Mr. Warsh. Thing is, nobody's actually heard the man's inside voice yet. Not once. So come Wednesday, everyone's going to lean in close, not just to hear what he decides, but how he says it. Watch his tone. Markets are going to move on his mood, not just his math. Second, remember the candy. Cheap money is candy. This week, the grown-ups looked at grocery prices, way too hot, and thought maybe less candy, maybe none at all. That's why everyone's so jumpy right now. So what do? What I always did. Nothing dramatic. You don't sell your wonderful lemonade stands just because a man might say a grumpy sentence on Wednesday. You make your list. You ask yourself, are my businesses still selling real lemonade to real people? And if the answer is yes, you let the other kids panic while you go outside and play. Watch 3 things: Warsh's tone, the dot plot, and whether oil stays calm. But watch like a scientist, not a scared kid. The Fed sets the weather. It doesn't change whether your house is a good house. Read the footnotes. That's where they hide the vegetables.
He is not wrong. I like the veggies. So let me get this straight. A guy just made $1 trillion selling a tiny slice of a company that literally nobody can taste yet. A record-breaking business got grounded for borrowing money, and now the entire financial world is about to panic or party depending on whether some Fed chairman had a good breakfast this morning. So here's an advice. For educational purpose only, for this week, close the app. Go touch some grass. Let your lemonade stands do their thing. If Baby Ben just made the biggest IPO in history, make more sense than your finance professor ever did, follow Wingsfolio on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Share this with someone who's panicking about the Fed. And comment below. Are you team balloons or team boring lemonade that actually makes money? We'll see you next week.